On September 4th, 2019, I visited Rosetta McClain Gardens, located at the top of the Scarborough Bluffs. This 23-acre park contains landscaped gardens, colorful flowers, and hundreds of manicured plants. A beautiful rock fountain in the park is surrounded by a pergola and many comfortable benches. Relaxation is easy around such pleasing sights, sounds, and smells. However, my goal for the day was to learn about monarch butterflies and how local citizens were helping this endangered species. Monarchs are probably the best-known butterflies in North America. Their bright patterned orange and black wings advertise that they taste bad and are poisonous to most vertebrates. Twice per year, these remarkable insects fly up to 4,200 kilometers across North America between their summer and winter grounds. The Monarch Watch tagging program was initiated in 1992. This volunteer at Rosetta McClain Gardens is one of hundreds across North America that capture, measure, tag, and release migratory monarch butterflies. Biologists use the information to learn how to protect this declining pollinator. Monarchs experience significant threats to their survival, including loss of milkweed plants, loss of winter habitat, and climate change. Terry Whittam led a team from 2014 to 2020 that collected data for research experts. Listen as Terry explains their work.
So this particular female monarch has a little deformity in its left wing, and I'm a little suspect that it might have the parasite that we call OE present in its abdomen. So what we're going to do is for Dr. Sonia Altemeyer is her name at the University of Georgia. She's the world's kind of leading expert on OE and monarch butterflies. Is we'll take a little abdomen sample. You can see just a little, it's basically a piece of Scotch tape in a circular form. We'll just gently, ever so gently touch the abdomen. Then we pull off a lot of scales. First thing we do is we'll take a look at the specimen, determine its gender. It's a male. This is the pheromone dot. Beautiful specimen. We're going to rate him a 5 on a scale of 1 to 5 on condition, pristine condition, and redness. Reddish tone in the orange is very nice also, so we'll rate him a 3. So it's a 5 and a 3 in a male, Betty. The tag number is 757. We'll quickly weigh him at 0.59 of a gram. It's a good size male. So again, we'll quickly rate its condition. It's a boy, based on the pheromone dot. You can see that little dot here on the hind wing, one on each side. It's an absolute pristine specimen, so we're going to rate it a 5. Nice deep tone to the orange. Lots of lipids on board, so we're rated a 5 and a 3 and a male. And we'll just tag it here, put the tag on the middle of the discal cell as delicately as I can. This is a very new specimen. You can see its flexibility in the wing, so it's hardly dried out. The wing is just dry enough to put the tag on. So this monarch was probably born yesterday or even this morning. Then we'll turn our scale on, which happened to go off there. Quickly weigh it. 0.58 of a gram, and then we'll let him go. So we record our data as we tag the monarchs and weigh them on paper, and then we move all that data into an application called Dunkadoo.
After entering the data, Terry sends it electronically to research partners around North America. In this next segment, Terry shares more about his fascinating work.
We have tagged in the order of 5,000 monarchs over the last 5 years here at Rosetta McClain. So we're taking, in the 90 seconds we handle the monarch, we're trying to get as many measurements as we can think of doing. so we weigh them as you saw. We have been taking wing measurements. We've taken about 5,000 wing measurements, and they don't vary much at all, probably within a millimeter or two. So the monarchs are coming down through Ontario and even parts of Quebec. They'll hit the St. Lawrence River and or Lake Ontario. As soon as they get to the edge of the lake, it's not that they can't fly over the water, but they won't fly over the water because there's no nectar sources, basically no food sources at all for them. So they'll basically hit the lake and they'll make a right turn, and they're going straight through the edge of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, and they're heading for Detroit. They'll cross the border and then down through the Ohio Valley, head across Texas, and then into the north part of Mexico. It's about a 3,300 kilometer distance between Rosetta McClain and Cerro Colón, Mexico, and it takes them 2 months on average to fly that far. So we tag basically until the 3rd week in September to the 1st of October at the latest, because after that they just won't make it. There's not enough time before the weather kicks in on their journey, on their path. So we'll only tag really until we either run out of tags, which we typically do, or we get to really towards the end of September.
Terry Whittam and his team committed to helping these butterflies over many years. However, in July of 2022, the migratory monarch butterfly was formally declared an endangered species. But there is still hope for these pollinators. Consider what actions you might take as you reflect on this story.